It's long been believed that light is the fastest thing in the universe, but apparently nobody considered the speed of dumb. Well, we knew it wouldn't be long, but a day, and then some noodle-necked flat earther is claiming Perseverance and the NASA mission is fake. Come on then, Flatsoid FE, tell us what you got.
Looks like Mars. So I'm glad we have successfully landed on Mars.
Way to go, Failzoid. Start off with a cherry-picked quote, just to sow a little seed of doubt in people's minds. Yes, he did say it looks like Mars, and yes, we landed on Mars.
About where we are and what we know so far. This is obviously not based on very much information, and my phone is buzzing all the time with people telling me things, so we're already starting to process the information that we have. But in this first image, you can see that we landed to the southeast of the delta. We are about 2 kilometers to the southeast of the delta.
Ah, Failzoid. Mars, that light in the sky. That light in the sky that moves and follows the path predicted by orbital mechanics, which relies on gravity. Mars, that light in the sky that has seasons and ice caps that grow and shrink. Mars, that light in the sky that has an atmosphere with dust storms. Mars, that light in the sky that can be seen through a good telescope to rotate. Mars, that light in the sky that has 2 moons orbiting it, Phobos and Deimos. Mars, that light in the sky that has phases.
Is that the light in the sky you mean?
And we are actually right on the boundary between 2 different geologic units.
Who is the we he's referring to? Well, I suspect that that's space agencies, astronomers, physicists, chemists, geologists, exobiologists, computer engineers, software engineers, roboticists, technicians, mission controllers, clever human beings. You know, all those groups that you and other flat earthers don't belong to.
So these images, I hope everybody understands that these are actually taken in only one of the color bands. This is just in the red color band. And they are actually taken through the protective lens cap.
After many months of travel, billions of dollars, and a 7-minute hair-raising and very dangerous descent to the Martian surface, Perseverance broadcast a quick and dirty image just to satisfy everyone and to show everyone that it was down and safe. Those images were taken with the engineering camera with a lens cap on.
But we can already see some important things. There are rocks in this field of view. We don't know exactly how big they are, but they might be about 10 centimeters would be a reasonable guess.
Yeah, it's important. They might have landed in a razor-sharp rock field that Perseverance was unable to traverse. They could have ended up into a dusty, fine sand that they get bogged down into. So yeah, it's very important. And how exactly do you expect them to tell, at a quick glance, how big those rocks are? What are they going to do? Compare them to a passing small dog?
So those are going to be very interesting. They will undoubtedly be some of the first objects that we explore.
You really have nothing more than disbelief and nuh-uh.
Once the kind of shakedown phase of the early rover operations completes.
Yeah, Flatsoid, I think that they can afford some cameras. Perseverance costs around $2.4 billion to build and send to Mars, and it'll be about another $300 million in operating costs. As you can see from the graphic, there are cameras all over the place. There's cameras looking up, looking down, there's engineering cameras including hazard avoidance, navigation cameras. There's even a camera to record images of the samples it takes, the cache cam. Then there's the science cameras, Marscam Z, Supercam, Pixel, Sherlock and Watson. Yeah, Flatsoid, they've got cameras. They've got cameras the likes of which even God hasn't seen. You're looking at one with the lens cap on. You should know your station, and your station is Git Central.
And also in the background, we believe that we can see the delta. There are features in the back that look like the cliffs of the Delta.
Well, you complete smeghead. If you actually had eyes that worked, you might be able to see it. It also might help if you didn't have such cropped images. But yeah, I think I can see a hill there in the central and a beautiful one there over on the right. It would help if you had the uncropped full image, wouldn't it? Can you see it now? No? Well, let's take the lens cap off. Oh, I think we can see a hill or a cliff there. You complete gimboid.
Our imaging scientist told me when I went and talked to him about this image.
Imaging science is a multidisciplinary field concerned with the generation, collection, duplication, analysis, modification and visualization of images, including imaging things that the human eye cannot detect. As an evolving field, it includes research and researchers from physics, mathematics, electrical engineering, computer vision, computer science and perceptual psychology. Flatsoid, if you're now considering a lucrative career in the exciting field of imaging, I suggest that you start off by learning the difference between portrait mode and landscape mode, you chuff nugget. Flatsoid, if only you did just the tiniest bit of research before posting this rubbish, then perhaps you might not look like an idiot. Again, too late.
Our imaging scientist told me when I went and talked to him about this image. I asked him what he saw and he said, looks like Mars. So I'm glad we have successfully landed on Mars.
And we just heard, taken from later on in your video, the full clip, the little anecdote that the guy's talking about between him and an imaging scientist when they said, oh, it looks like we landed on Mars, and chuckled. You had to cherry pick it to put at the beginning of your video just to make it appear as though possibly we didn't land on Mars. So as his big proof that this whole NASA thing is a lie, Flatsoid has actually deliberately and openly manipulated the images that we saw earlier on from Perseverance with a lens cap on. Let's see what he's telling us he's done. Well, I'll be honest and say, Flatsoid, I didn't spot it at the time. Let's have a closer look at those images. I'll zoom in a bit, because it's very hard to see. It appears that you have added some extra rocks and gravel, and we didn't spot it when we weren't looking for it. Well done. Well done indeed. Now, of course, if you are going to fake this entire Mars mission, you're going to have to produce high-resolution images from 23 cameras at a rate of several hundred a day, plus, of course, video footage. We look forward to seeing that. We've been to Mars previously. We're on Mars currently. We'll visit Mars again in the future. Mars is there. Mars is a planet. Mars is a globe. Suck it up, princess. Way to go, Failzoid. Way to go, Failzoid. Start off with a cherry-picked quote. Way to go, Failzoid. Start off with a cherry-picked quote just to cast that little seed of doubt. Way to go, Failzoid. Way to go, Failzoid. Start off with a...
Shut up and sit down.